Stay tuned for Town Hall 9 3-star variety in Elite Gaming's latest CWL matchup. What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to this video where we are recapping our final matchup of the CWL. As you can see, we finished off victorious against Power CoC, a fantastic war all around, but unfortunately we were just shy of the playoffs. Very unfortunate, guys, but we came out brilliantly and fighting strong within this last war. So we're going to show you some Town Hall 9 variety attacks. We did have some Town Hall 10 triples as well, which I will display in a video shortly. All of our feeder clan information is over on the right hand side if you are interested in joining our clan. But getting into this first one, let's show you a Town Hall 9 brilliant Lavaloon attack. So using one wizard just to take out that mortar at the bottom of the base, and really that is just so that our golems don't get distracted and start walking all over the place. We really just need this far side tanked for so that we can create the funnel here with the wizards and then bring the troops right into the center of the base. So the second golem is going to come in after the mortar comes down so it can tank the defenses up to the very east here, and then once all of them trash buildings are down, the jump spell comes in to force our heroes into the center of the base. Now this is a fantastic area to bring our troops in because the enemy CC and the enemy queen immediately fall to our heroes. As they push forward, you can see we still have golems tanking there, and the heroes are going to get fantastic value. At this point, we only have 2 air defense left, so we're bringing the Lava Hound in from the southwest, going to bring the balloons in towards the separate defenses, take them down with haste spells, and at this point just being very patient, letting that Lava Hound sit on top of the air defense, and then as the air defense goes down we bring in the second Lava Hound so that both of our troops meet over by the top air defense here. And I really like the spell usage right at the top here where there's both of the wizard towers, plenty of splash damage to hit our balloons as they start to clump, haste spells to push them through, and then as that final wizard tower falls we have a heal spell there to pick the balloons up, ready for this Tesla farm at the end of the video. But we still have end of the replay, sorry, but we still have the golem tanking a lot of that, and it really isn't going to be much else here to finish off this raid. Once that goes down, we still have 2 balloons left in our arsenal. That means that we can place them on buildings around the base to help with cleanup, because once your balloons clump together, you really don't get too much in terms of damage because they one-shot all of the buildings. So you might as well just have 1 or 2 balloons there instead of 20. So a brilliant one there, nice use of the troops at the end for cleanup as well. Let's move on to the next attack where we are going to start off with a queen charge. So I always do enjoy these replays. Hitman here taking down the base. You can see how on this one all of the air defense are over on the side of the base here, but we're actually going to be very patient, send the queen in and take advantage of the fact that all of the air defense are over the side there. Make sure that we can charge the queen to the opposite side of the base. So we have a minion just helping to create the funnel down at the bottom there as well. That will mean that our queen walks around to the right, and the healers that we have on her aren't going to be taking massive amounts of damage due to these air defense. So the queen actually steps up and takes that one down as soon as we are guaranteed that she is walking anti-clockwise around the base. We bring in the golems from the left hand side here with the wizards, creating the funnel, and then once that's created we can bring the king forward along with that third golem. Again, I've been showing this very recently on my channel, how you can use the 2 jump spells to get access right the way through the base, and as long as you have them golems for enough tankage you can wreck most of the base. And you can see 7 Hog Riders is all that Hitman brings here in order to take down this base. So as the queen is doing her thing over on the right hand side, we now have the heroes and the bowlers, the king sorry, funneled through into the center of the base, just starting starting to sprinkle the Hog Riders in. Very unfortunate on that spring trap, but sprinkling them in as the defenses are distracted from the bowlers. The golems in the middle here. That second jump spell provides access to the far defenses, and then since we only have 5 Hog Riders left, we're really just waiting until these defenses right at the end go down. So popping the Queen ability to get that enemy king down works out nicely because she can take out the Teslas here very quickly as well. And you can see just how deadly it is having the 3 golems. We have a full golem and a golemite in the center there. Hog Riders trickling in from either side just to take out these final few defenses. And then when we get down to it, there's actually so many troops left over, even a balloon for good luck, just to smash on some of these buildings, take them out because of the high damage it does for cleanup. And again, in the end, so many troops left over, so a brilliant attack. Really like how he used the queen on this one around the right hand side of the base. Take advantage that there was no air defense around there, so just brilliantly done. Again, this video, although it is a war recap, is kind of focusing on Town Hall 9 variety. Again, this one coming in with the dragons. Now, you have seen the noob on my channel before doing this strategy. He is fantastic at it, and these bases where we can really take advantage of the air defense being on the side. So just coming in at the bottom here, taking out the Town Hall and 2 air defense at the bottom here with just a couple of wizards and the heroes. So instead of taking and wasting a golem on this area, the king provides the tankage as the queen comes forward, steps up and takes out that air defense, both of them down, and then we're going to move around the base here and take out a little bit more. Always good to carve out sections of the base when you're using the dragons, because the most important thing, I've said it time and time again, is being able to control the dragons. So you can see we're taking out all of the buildings in this bottom area. Once that 3rd air defense goes down, we have a Zap Quake combination for the air defense over on the west. Unfortunately, it doesn't go down there. You can see we still have that earthquake, so that needs to come in pretty soon. There it is. That will go down and protect the dragons, who all fly in from the top here. And check out how a couple of balloons are used to really help with this strategy. So at first, they take massive amounts of damage to the wizard tower, but at Town Hall 9, you do not have the inferno towers, so a rage spell pushes them forward, and a heal spell here will bring them all back up to full health. And just check out how they can race ahead of the dragons when the dragons are taking the fire, and they just start taking out them defenses ever so easily whilst the dragons are caught up on them trash buildings. Now, when you do this correctly, guys, another brilliant use of the haste spell to take out them final couple of defenses, just the Tesla farm remaining. But when you funneled the troops correctly in order to use the dragons, you tend not to have to fly back across the other side of the base. So you can see they've slowly been swooping from one side of the base to the other, just taking out each and every defense. They are getting caught up on the skeletons a little bit there, but there are plenty left over, and such a dominating attack when you have them air defense pushed to the side that you can take down rather easily and then really hit it with the dragon. So you may have seen the noob doing this before, leaving 1 air defense up and using Lava Hounds and balloons to come in and take that final air defense, but on that one, didn't even need it. So here we are at base number 27, and we're going to use the Witch Slap strategy from Little Lisa. Now, any of you guys that did catch my London live stream will see that Little Lisa did in fact win our live stream back, bringing back good memories there when we had the Clash Live. We will be certainly looking to do that again. Using the witches, we had a separate video on this the other day. So the air defense, you can see, are all at the northeast of the base here. Witches are coming in with the healers behind, and them healers are perfectly safe at this point. Just being very patient, 30 seconds or so is normally the average, if not longer, in order to get that funnel. You can see now how we have a couple of buildings here on this southwest side that are going to draw the heroes and bowlers in, and then there is the jump spell to provide access right into the center of the base, and you can see just where that second jump spell will be useful as well. So as the troops are moving into the base, we use that rage spell, very similar to how we were describing the other day. That pushes the troops forward, really starts to take down some of these high damage defenses, takes out the CC troops in most cases, but it is a Lava Hound in this case. The heal spell is right smack bang in the center of the base, along with that second jump spell, and you can see how they've pushed right the way through to all of these final defenses, using a poison spell very wisely there once the Lava Hound did indeed pop. So you can see, zooming out to the troops on the outside, even a single witch there is able to dominate around the outside with them healers. So if you can protect the healers, they are able to keep a single witch up. They're just able to slowly keep chipping away at the defenses. It does go down at the end there, but that is certainly enough to keep this attack going. And in the end, it is again just so overpowering, really. Once you've got them troops in the middle, the golem especially, which tanks, we still have the queen's ability here with no defenses left, really. Just that Tesla, which the bowler is about to take out. So again, a nice display of how powerful the witch slap strategy is at Town Hall 9. If you haven't tried it, I will link the Town Hall 9 witch video we did the other day in the top right just now. And let's move on to another one. I think we're going to go back to another Lavaloon attack, guys, just because they are so brilliant, really. So you can see on this base, a very nice base. Again, I really like how they dissect this base. So this clearly has been scouted. There's a couple of troll Teslas on the corner, hoping that you will run out of time. But if you know that they're there, you can place a single balloon on top of them for amazing value. We also deployed a troop at the top in order to lure the CC. That brings the baby dragon and archers down in order for our troops to easily take that out with the use of a poison spell. So the heroes are in and we're really pushing towards the air defense here, but to just carve out a section of the base. But ideally you can see in this one that the Lava Hounds and the balloons are just going to move straight forward up this base. It's a very skinny base, so really the defenses are always going to be tanked by the Lava Hound. So the queen takes one air defense down. That means that we can bring the Lava Hound into the one at the south and trickle our balloons in a bit easier to these defenses as they're being tanked for. So we do bring the haste spells in to push the balloons forward a little bit quicker, but wouldn't have even been necessary at the bottom there because the Lava Hounds had that all covered. Only cannons in the south. It's at the top here where the spells really get used heavy. So you can see the haste spells coming in right over the wizard towers. Love the use of that heal spell right over the top of two wizard towers. So them balloons are going to be perfectly alright. Another haste spell really trying to push towards the wizard towers. You might see that rage spell and the skeleton spell. This is fantastic, guys. Rage spell over the top of the queen alongside the poison spell, and before you know it, look at all of them skeletons. It was the skeleton spell, sorry, with the rage spell. That queen is history. So although we have saved her right until the end of the attack, it really doesn't matter. As long as you have a plan for that queen, you can take it down. So the plan on this one was the rage spell and the skeleton spell, and it worked perfectly. And again, saving that single balloon for the end in order to start taking out some of the higher damage defenses, even have a couple of others for cleanup, because that is one thing with the Lavaloon, guys, is that when the balloons move forward, only take out the defenses, you need to make sure that you have enough cleanup troops. So we're going to move forward to another dragon attack, then we'll finish off the video with another Lavaloon attack. Plenty of variety here at Town Hall 9. So another one here, you can see the air defense pushed off to the side, makes it perfect for this dragon attack. The Zap Quake combination, very heavily used in one of the compartments, but brilliant in order to take out two air defense. Clearly we then need to push in a bit of a kill squad in order to take out these other air defense, using the queen to create her own funnel here. You can see how the buildings just naturally draw the queen in towards that air defense, so it does indeed go down. Going to be difficult to take the second air defense with the queen, but nonetheless we do still have a plan for that. So the baby dragons just helping to create the funnel, the king on the bottom there as well, taking out these buildings, and this is creating the funnel for the dragons to actually focus the fire on inside of the base and not get drawn out to the side. So you can see as the dragons come in, they're going to just move straight through the defenses. Here is the plan for the right hand side. So the dragons taking out the CC troops, the poison spell is there, but you can see a couple of balloons that drew the CC, then have the balloons coming over from the right hand side. Now one thing we missed was the Lava Hound coming in from the opposite side of the base. All we needed was that Lava Hound to tank for this one single air defense. There's nothing else there, so we might as well send it in from the opposite side of the base and try and set off some of the traps in order to save the dragons. So I really like that. Kind of missed the replay of it there, but if you caught it, very, very helpful to keep in mind where you bring your Lava Hounds in from. As the dragons move forward, again you can see since we've brought them in from the bottom, really focus their fire into this kind of left-hand channel of the base. They've just moved straight through, took out the defences, and really there's only a couple of archer towers left which these dragons are just about to take down, and from that point it is deadly. If you see any of these bases, guys, where you have the air defences right off to the side, just think about how you can take them out. Can you take a kill squad in order to take a couple of the air defence out? In this one, it was literally just the queen and some zap quakes. And then think about if you are leaving an air defence up, that is going to be deadly for the dragons. You need to think about how you're going to take that down. Normally, a lava hound and even just a couple of balloons is perfect in order to get that job done. So moving on to the final one here then, another Lavaloon attack. Single balloon here used to draw the CC. Again, going back to 101 basically, if you can lure the CC and take it down, especially if you know that there's troops in there that could be deadly to your attack, then you definitely want to do that. So you can see that wizard, baby dragon obviously wouldn't be too devastating to a Lavaloon attack. It could do damage on your heroes, but that wizard could be deadly. So we draw it across. The poison spell is going to take that down along with our heroes, and then we're just opening up a section of the base here. Notice where we drew the CC troops to. We drew them to the enemy queen. So in this one, that is the target. We're not actually going to get it, but we still do have that skeleton spell, guys, so always good to keep that one in your arsenal. I think we were maybe trying to get the queen there, and if it didn't happen, we had a plan B. If you can bring plan Bs, then it's obviously recommended. So 3 Lava Hounds in towards these air defense. Haste spells, clearly recommended to push the balloons forward and get them close to the Lava Hounds, because if the Lava Hounds get too far ahead, then your balloons aren't being tanked for. So clearly where the Lava Hounds are going a little bit further, moving away from your balloons, that's the ideal spot for the haste spell. So as the balloons start to get in range of the queen here, the rage spell goes down along with the skeleton spell, and check that out. She is getting absolutely demolished by the skeletons. She's trying to keep up, but there's just more spawning all the time. The primary focus obviously is to take her down, but to distract from the balloons as well, and the skeletons do a fantastic job. You can see that wizard tower again with Lavaloon strategies. You need to have a plan for the wizard towers, whether it be a haste spell to get your balloons over it and take it down straight away, or a heal spell is obviously preferred as well, especially when you have extra defenses here that are targeting your balloons. And again, you've heard me say it throughout the video, guys, there is that final balloon, in this case trying to take down that Tesla, just failed, but it would have been fantastic to then take out them high hit point storages whilst the other balloons moved across. I hope you enjoyed this recap of some Town Hall 9 variety. Again, if you're interested in joining Elite Gaming, our feeder clan is over on the right hand side. Very unfortunate not to make the playoffs, but a very strong finish from us. That will wrap it up for this one, guys. I've been your host, Judo Sloth, and until next time, peace out, guys.
Stay tuned for more Clash of Clans.